Hi, I'm Anne from Game Like a Mother. Today I'm going to show you how to play Quirky Circuits. It's ages 8 and up, 2 to 4 players, and it takes 15 to 30 minutes per scenario. Let me show you how to play. The goal of the game is to complete a scenario-specific goal. The booklet comes with many different scenarios. There are 24 different scenarios, and they all show which character you're supposed to play with, special rules, setup, and environmental effects. It is very much recommended that you start with the first scenario in the booklet, which is Gizmo the cat. There are 3 other characters as well. They each have their own decks, which are easy to tell because they have their picture on it. And you will place off to the side Gizmo's cards. And there are a few special cards in this yellow deck, and you do not use them for the first scenario. They let you know when you're supposed to add them in to your deck. There are also a few other components over here, which do not take effect until later missions. For the first one, you just need Gizmo, the blue deck of his cards, 8 of the dust bunnies, and the power battery button. Here we have set up a 3-player game for the first scenario, which is called Dust Bunnies with Gizmo. You place Gizmo on the little arrow spot up at the top in the direction the arrow is facing, and then on all of the spots that show a little dust bunny, you place a little dust bunny. You put the power token at the 7 spot at the beginning here, and in a 2-player game, each player is dealt 5 cards face down, and in a 3 or 4-player game, you deal out 4 cards face down to each of the players. It is important to read the card for whichever character you're using because they have different specialties and things to take into account. For Gizmo, all you need to know is that when he collides with an obstacle or a barrier, Gizmo halts movement and rotates left. And we'll show you what that looks like when we play all the cards out here in a minute. So basically what gameplay comes down to is you program, execute, and reset. Here I'm going to go ahead and flip over all of the cards. You wouldn't do this in a game. Nobody gets to see which cards you have. And players during the program part of the round do not get to communicate at all. They don't get to say anything about strategy or what they should do or what cards that they have. There is no turn taking. Players get to play out cards in sequence face down, and then you will execute out those moves once you're done placing the cards down. And I'll tell you what that looks like here. If you wish to keep track, there is a handy little reference tool here on the bottom of Gizmo's card telling you how many there are of each type of card in the standard Gizmo deck. So all you do for a turn is players take turns playing cards face down, but you can't say anything. Someone might play this card first, and then here we'll show off Gizmo's special power. And then this one, and the only rules for this round is everybody must play at least 1 card from their deck. You can play multiple. This person just played 2 cards in a row. Totally allowed, totally okay. And you can play more than 5 cards if you want. That is allowed as well, but you have to play at least 5. But it can be very advantageous and strategic because at the end of each round, the battery goes down 1. So if you're only playing 5 cards and you have a bunch of leftover cards, that can not trying to find another one that here, we'll just do this and we'll show what happens with this. So all these cards, I'm turning back over. That was the program part of this round. And now we are going on to execute. I'm putting our draw pile off to the side. So this card goes, and we have Gizmo zoom through 3 spots. And it collects the 3 dust bunnies, put them off to the side. And that card is done. This next card, he moves forward first, but Gizmo's special power is when he runs into an obstacle or barrier, he turns left so he would for that, so that works as a turn. Also, if you look at the back of these cards, you can see there is some communication available because you can see, oh, is it a movement card? Are they just moving forward or back, or is it a turn card? And also, the only other communication you're allowed during the round is you can communicate you're done playing cards by, instead of holding them up like this, you place them down in front of you if you think you're down, if you're done playing your own cards. And if you want everyone to stop playing cards and just execute the actions, you place your hands face down on the table, and that's how you're supposed to communicate that. And they say in the rules, they really encourage don't talk at all. If you really feel you must say something, say beep boop. That is literally in the rules. All right, so here moves forward to the next one is moving forward 1, and we have a turn, and oopsie, it's turned around the same way, but that's not a big deal. And now all you do to reset is you take these cards, shuffle them, place them in the bottom of the draw pile, and then you're supposed to refill everybody's decks to be up to 4 cards. So you start with whoever has the least. So these people have the same, we'll give it to this person, and you deal until they're back to what they're supposed to be at, and you start the next round. Here's what the end of a game might look like. A key part is moving the battery token at the end of each round as well. So we've had to move it twice. This is 2 rounds in, and now it is time to program out the moves, which I've figured out in advance. So we're just gonna put these off to the side like you would in a game and see how it goes. And we have 5 cards here, but we'll throw a couple extra in because you can, and you should do more than 5 cards if you can most of the time. And so let's see how we did. Gizmo is going to turn right, move forward 1, collect the last dust bunny, turn completely around, and then turn to the right again, but there is a backup one, and at this point, you've won. You have to play at least 5 cards down here. You can't if you're really close to the end, even if you're right here and all you need is 1 card. You do that 1 card, but then you have to fill in another few cards as part of the programming action. But here, you've won here. These last 2 cards don't matter, and it doesn't matter that he's not oriented the way that he began. As long as he's on this spot, he's won. So you can look at these and see oh yeah, things would have moved around, but it's not a big deal. Once he's at this spot, you've won the scenario. So that's how to play Quirky Circuits. We love this game. I love the programming out of moves and the cooperative aspect. I will say that it seems to work better for ages 10 and up for the more advanced scenarios. And if you want to play with younger children, they'll have more success for just a few of the earlier ones. And then you can play with 7 and 8-year-olds if you like. So check it out. Thanks, and see you next time from Game Like a Mother.